So hello, welcome back to Go Again Gaming. My name is Az, and this is a non-Flesh and Blood video today, although, well, this isn't Flesh and Blood either, but this is a lovely playmat that you can get on goagaingaming.com. I haven't even started the video yet, and I'm already shilling my own stuff. But anyway, as you can see in the bottom right corner, here on the screen, this is a Grimpath logo. There's a lot of Grimpath information on Red Zone Rogue's channel, good friend of myself and Go Again Gaming, so go and check his channel out when you can. Red Zone Rogue has a 2-hour interview with Dave, the creator of Grimpath, and I think this is going to be an interesting game to get into from a casual level. And luckily, I've got a good friend who is going to help me do some gameplay videos on this with these decks that you're about to see. I'm pretty sure these have got decks in them, but I think there's also like a booster pack as well that Dave sent me, according to the emails that we've liaised with back and forth. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we can sort of cobble together out of this package. But here is the package. Obviously, it was sent to Go Again Gaming. My old address is on there, so dox me if you want. I don't live there anymore. Yeah, so we're going to be cracking this open and have a look, see what's inside, and hopefully, as a result of what we get in here, actually do some gameplay videos and stuff with my good friend Josh, who I used to do a lot of Magic content with. But cool, let's have a look. Oh yeah, pre-made warband, Goblin Reserve. I think they got this as well, right, recently? But they would love this, Goblin Reserve. And some dice fell out there, and we got the Spider Lady. Can't remember for the life of me what her name is, but we do have that. And we do have a booster pack there as well, and some dice in here, which is nice. Nice little touch. Some Grimpath dice. And some miniatures. Oh my god. Just the one, is it? Just the one miniature? But that's pretty cool. Nothing else in there by the looks of it. I did drop a dice on the floor though. Let me just grab that. So this is a nice little care package. So 2 little pre-made warbands here, which we can showcase when me and my mate do the gameplay videos. What we're probably going to be doing is getting those little standees that you can get for cardboard board games, and then I'm going to print off some pictures of these characters and whatever you summon in this game to then use as miniatures, basically. But the great thing about this game is that you can use anything that you own as miniatures, as long as it represents the cards that you're using and summoning. But yeah, it looks like we've got a cool little sort of goblin warband there, and then like a dark elf, Dryder-esque lady here. I love the art on this. This is fantastic. And Dave, if you're watching this and you want to use Demiana, this fantastic piece of art, you're happy to do so. We can talk about that if needed. And we got an alpha booster pack as well, or whatever this is. I don't know what this is, but the Kickstarter is going to be active in about a couple of weeks or so. So I'm definitely going to go there and look at this as well. Nice little goblin miniature. Not sure if that's really focused properly, but that's pretty cool nonetheless. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be backing this, probably at like a starter deck level, just because I don't know how much I can really commit to another trading card game, which is the only sort of reservations I have with this, is that it is obviously marketed as a trading card game, but because of the axis that this also operates on with regards to spatial elements and miniatures, I think it's going to also adhere to a lot of the casual kitchen table players as well. So I'm very, very interested to see how this system plays in like a casual setting. But I imagine, to be honest, I mean, I know there's a lot of competitive stuff out there with regards to Warhammer and what have you, but I think that any sort of spatial, grid-based sort of combat game on a kitchen table can feel, even if you're running really, really powerful pre-constructed decks, I think it can still feel casual and still have that variance because of the fact that it's spatial elements. And of course this game as well, I think Red Zone Rogue might have touched on it on his videos, but it also entails a setup phase where you place terrain in different places every time you play. So you can set up the battlefield differently every time you play. So there's inherently a lot of variance, and with variance comes jank, and with jank comes fun. So we'll see. We'll see how competitive this game can get. But without further ado, let's open this booster pack first, shall we? Let's open this booster pack first. Grimpath, fantasy trading card and fantasy war game. So that's cool. Trading card and fantasy war game. An absolute awesome mashup of things. Let loose your inner warlords. Join the adventure on Kickstarter. And as I mentioned, the Kickstarter is in a few weeks' time. There will be a link in the description box below to the Kickstarter. Yeah, I'll be backing it on a starter deck level if they do have such a thing. But let's open this booster pack, see what we've got on here. Cool little. This is the card backs. I don't know whether this represents the actual final version, but we'll have a look nonetheless. Gen Con 2023. Don't know what that is. Shadowy Assassin may enter play. Okay, don't know what that is. We'll have a look at these. There's a blank card. Hordes of Goblins. And we've got loads of other things here. I don't know what any of these do, because obviously I haven't read the rules or anything yet. Is that an art card? Or is that... Not sure what that is. So I'm just going to read through these a little bit before we actually try and assess what's going on here. But it's a full art piece of art there then. So can these represent your warlords perhaps? These things you could even put these in the standees, couldn't you? If we're getting those little sort of things, you could just put those in the standees potentially. But that's cool. It's got like a cape on the background there with the Grimpath logo. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a test card or like a prototype card. Hordes of Goblins. Oh, so there's a misprint there as well. Activated Goblin. Oh, is that activated Goblin deals damage to a target next to it equals number of goblins in play? Maybe that's a really early prototype that they've sent me there. Hordes of Goblins. And then we've got Gen Con 2023. What's this? A little promo for Gen Con. Shadowy Assassin. Shadow minion, so that can only be played with the Shadow character, I believe. Shadow Assassin may enter play next to enemy mini that has cover. If it does, it gains haste. So that's pretty cool. Cool little art there as well. And then what's this? This is a 1,000 cuts. Spell Conjuration. Deal damage to a target active minion. Deal damage to a target active minion can see equal to number of weapons in play. So I'm not sure whether these are like... Oh, because to me, that text doesn't make any sense. Deal damage to a target active minion can see equal to the number of weapons in play. I know what it means. Obviously, how many weapons you've got in play, that's how much damage it does to the thing that you can see. But maybe the text on this card could be a little bit better. I don't know about you. You can't really see that anyway, but it says deal damage to a target active minion can see equal to the number of weapons in play. And that card back is different to this one as well, right? So I'm not sure what that means. But that sounds like it could be going through an errata, because it's different to all the other cards that we got here. But these are quite cool. Leap Flogger. Twilight Emissary. And all of these cards as well, by the looks of it, can be played in the decks that I've been given. So these look like, yeah, these are Shadow Minions and Fury. So you've got Shadow and Fury, which are different sort of things that you can use to build your deck, I imagine. So we've got a couple of Shadow and a couple of Fury there. And we've got Glue Trap, which is a Shadow Warlord, and a couple of other Warlords. An Arcane Warlord. We haven't seen that yet in this in these sets by the looks of it. But we've got Glue Trap, which I think Red Zone Rogue goes into a lot of detail with in his video, and then Goblin Summoner as well, which is the Fury one. I think this is different to the ones you get in the actual boxes themselves, though. But we'll see. And then we got this. What's this? Just a token skeleton. But the art on these looks really good. So it's nice to see that they've got the art sorted and procured already. And these could still be placeholders, but the art does look very cool. Very, very high fantasy. Something that you can definitely see being popular because of the high fantasy style. But still, even things like this, it's like a beautiful lady. I could see Demiana on a card. Could you? I could definitely see Demiana on a card. And Dave, if you're watching this, let's put Demiana on a card. Let's do it. I know you're doing some stuff with Red Zone Rogue as well, but I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring and say if you want to use this fantastic lady, you can do. And I've got some sick lore behind this as well, and she's definitely Shadow. She's definitely Shadow, maybe something else. But yeah, that's cool. That's a nice little booster pack. And again, I don't know the ins and outs of this yet, and I don't know what this is. Dave, please enlighten me in the comments. But I really, really do like the look of this. Even from a casual standpoint, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's open these packs, these actual decks, and see what's going on here. I have no nails because I anxiously bite them all the time. There's a bit of deep Azlor for you there. Fury Battalion. Fucking hell. Sorry, I blew into the microphone there. Fury Battalion. I don't know what that word is. Tumultuous roars echo through the canyons as a motley ensemble of might and mischief carves its path through across the land. The Fury Battalion, a thunderous collective of orcish strength and goblin ingenuity, a force that blots out the sun with their passing and shakes the earth with their might. Some cool flavour. Pre-made warband. So again, you're probably going to see some gameplay videos with these decks. Because my mate Josh is interested in playing, and Josh is the guy who's going to be designing. I'm going to be designing my own game very, very soon. It's not a TCG, but it is a board game with deck building elements. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. But Josh is going to be the one who's going to be playing this with me. And we might even be inspired by this game as well, right? Well fed. Looks like an absolute hobbit. Absolute hobbit eating mutton. That's got to be the inspiration for that, right? Cool. And then we've got these skeletons again. So what do these do? I can't remember how you do. I don't know how you play this game either. I do have the rules that Dave sent me, but yeah, stay tuned for a future video on how you can how we play the game. But yeah, a couple of repeats. We got a Goblin Summoner in the actual booster pack here. Big Brother. Red Barrel. And then we've got some concept art here, or not fleshed out art yet, but obviously it's nice to see that they've still sent me the cards in that form. But even this art looks cool, right? Looks like those D&D black and white cards that were in the Magic Baldur's Gate set. Is it the Baldur's Gate set or something else, like the D&D style cards? But yeah, that's really cool. It's a nice little sort of. It gives you that feeling, that sort of that young feeling. I remember looking through old Magic cards and I could see some sort of art like this. I can just imagine it on the old Magic cards. Humiliation. And again, look at this. Flash reflexes. The art here is obviously concept or still being fleshed out, but it gives a nice little feel to it, right? Ah, here, that's cool as well. Goblin Infestation. Dash. Pack attack. So you can see that there's quite a few of them that have been fleshed out and obviously got the actual art pieces done, and some of them which aren't. But I think I like that. I don't know whether they're going to keep. Probably not going to keep them like this with a black and white shaded sort of style. But I think it's nice to have. Painbringer. A couple of those. Leap Flogger. We saw those in a booster pack. Drop Goblin. And things like this, recruit drop Goblin onto any high ground. So if there's high ground there, you can just place him straight away onto the highest point with ranged 4 as well. So ranged 4 means how many squares they can shoot, I imagine. Rocket Rider, that's sick. That reminds me of, what is that? Rocket Knight Adventures. Who played Rocket Knight Adventures on the Sega? Let me know in the comments below. That is what that reminds me of. Rocket Knight Adventures. What a game. What a game that was. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Rocket Knight Adventures, one of my favourite Sega games of all time. Demolitions Expert. Sacrifice it, deal 3 damage to adjacent minis, so he can just run into combat and blow himself up and deal loads of damage to everything around him, which is pretty cool. Pack Goblin. When you recruit Pack Goblin, you may recruit another Goblin that has the same or less power as a Pack Goblin for free. That's pretty good. So he brings out 2 bodies rather than just the 1. But yeah, we could go into a lot of sort of mechanics on these cards and have a look at them, but it's pretty useless for me to do that for you because obviously I don't know the rules in detail. But when we do the gameplay videos, we are going to know exactly what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be explaining the rules as we see them. And we're probably going to make a few errors along the way, me and Josh. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it nonetheless. And we will have miniatures and a full board state ready to go when we do showcase it. So make sure you look out for that. So it's going to be good fun. Now, this character here, the Shadow Witch. Is it Brood Witch? I think it's called the Brood Witch. I remember Kel, Red Zone Rogue, saying it was called the Brood Witch on his video or something. But this is the character I really, really like the look of, and the shadow characters and the shadow art looks awesome. Don't know what these skeletons are though. Not sure what they are. Recruit 3 undead 1/1 tokens, or maybe that's what I was referring to. Well, that's probably what it is then, isn't it? But yeah, these look really cool, like pure ghostly, shadowy, shadows assistant. Lot of sort of necromancy going on. So this art looks awesome, and again, this black and white black and white sort of touches look really nice as well. Look at that death stare. Attach death stare to an exhausted minion. So I imagine an exhausted minion is something that's acted already, or is like tapped or something, I don't know. Then set a stun counter to 2. Destroys death stare when they're... So yeah, something just can't move when it's death stared, basically. Venom Dancer, that looks horrific. Shadowmancer. Shadowlight Sentry. Yeah, so these arts are quality. Look, she's got a gun. This lady's got a gun. And again, you know, let's be honest. Demiana could be on this art. Just saying. But yeah, these look cool. These look cool. Trapclaw Assassin, we got one of those in the booster pack, and we got one of those in there as well, I believe. Slurp Slime, and here she is. Yeah, Brood Witch, and then Glue Trap was also in the pack as well. But yeah, Brood Witch looks quality. I love like the Drider sort of half woman, half spider. I love that. Absolutely love it. When a minion in your warband dies, exhaust the Brood Witch and put 1/1 minion token into play where it was standing. So she just literally, whenever something dies, she brings back a little 1/1 in its place. But you have to exhaust her to be able to do it. So that's pretty cool, right? So you're always fighting a losing battle. You always know that if you kill something, you're still going to have to deal with a 1/1 afterwards. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, absolutely love the look of this. Cannot wait to really sort of delve into it. And again, I think this works for... it could work competitively, I think. But I think you should view this as like a... Well, I will be. I don't know about you, but I will be viewing this as a just play starter decks against each other, or, you know, pick up the occasional box or whatever, and then just make weird decks and jam them against each other. I'm not going to go in too hard, I don't think. But we will see. We'll see what involvement we have with this game going forward, because I do believe in it. I think it sits in a really, really interesting space between sort of TCGs and miniatures. You know, you've got the whole side of, you know, with miniature games, there's a load of stuff that comes with it, right? All the hobby part and the painting and the assembling and all of this. But Grimpath allows you to just play with whatever you want to play with, which I think is a very good selling point to sort of getting into the war game, but also having the deck building and deck construction part is also something that, you know, TCG people like to do. They like to build their deck first and then have that represented on a board and playing it in sort of 3D-esque with whatever miniatures that you have available to you, I think is a very, very good premise. And therefore, I do think it's going to be... I think it's going to be a great success, to be honest. And I can't wait to see how it does. And I'm going to be backing, if there's a starter deck tier on Kickstarter, that's the sort of thing I'm going to be doing. I'm probably going to be making content on the game as well, because it's something that me and my mate will definitely enjoy, even if it's just a casual kitchen table decks, you know, pre-made decks against each other sort of situation. But we'll see. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Dave, for sending me this, and thanks for reaching out to me as well. I mean, funny thing is I watched Red Zone Rogue's video, and again, there might be like a floating box or a link in the description box below to the interview that Red Zone Rogue Kel had with Dave, and that was a massive 2-hour interview, so it was really cool. And I watched the whole thing, and I remember Dave saying that he was involved with the Rise to Honor Jet Li game. And I commented on Red Zone Rogue's video, and then Dave, you reached out to me as a result, so thank you very much for that. And I'm really looking forward to it, and expect to see some gameplay videos with these decks very, very soon. Me and Josh are going to be having some gameplay design meetings about our own sort of project, so he is going to be in the area soon, so we are going to be able to do some stuff. And I just need to print out the rules to get going. But we are going to print our own miniatures based on the art on these cards. Well, not print our own miniatures, but print our own standees, is what I mean. But these are cool as well. I don't know what these are. Are these like hit dice for your characters or something? I don't know how like damage works, like damage tracking. But these custom Grimpath dice are pretty cool as well. But thanks very much, Dave, for sending me the stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Go Again Gaming's going to have some Grimpath content very, very soon. Don't know how much we're going to be able to do, but yeah, really, really liking the look of it so far. Cheers.